The paper, I do this shape just for fun. How many questions? True or false questions. Multiple choice questions. Matching questions. All this amount is in my hands. It's in my hands. This is easy, and I'll show you how to do all this. So the student would take a paper exam. You hand them the question paper. What we talked about is the question paper, which is 1, 2, preparation. The question paper, you hand them the question paper. And I hand them the answer sheet and say, go ahead. But the most important thing is to put your name down. Putting your name is the most important thing for me. And they should shade the circles as they read. For example, they read the name. I wonder what the answer is, or perhaps will it be on the paper? Question 1 has 2 circles, A and B. I can make up to 4 circles, A to D, or just 3. Button 7 will have 3 circles, A, B, and C. And button 8 will have 3 circles, while buttons 9 and 10 are true, false. Format as you wish. As a teacher, you control the question format, but the answer sheet must match the question paper. If there are 8 options, have 8 questions on the sheet. First 6, A, B, 7, and 8, A, B, C. To avoid confusion, I make the answer sheet after the question paper. Then I worked on the questions. So it's up to you. As a teacher, you have complete control over the format of the questions, but the answer sheet must match the question paper. What does that mean? Here you have a multiple choice question with 8 options, so you need to have 8 multiple choice questions on the answer sheet. The first 6 will have 2 answers, A and B. So indeed, the first 6 have answers A and B, but for questions 7 and 8, there are 3 answers, A, B, and C. You can also do that. It's not a problem. To avoid confusing the students, after I create the question paper, I make the answer sheet. And I'll show you how to create the answer sheet now. All right. After that, I worked on the questions. I made 8 multiple choice questions, and I made true or false questions. I made true or false questions. I made 10 true or false questions. And focus with me on this part. 10 true or false questions here. The student is reading. They either mark it as true or mark it as false. What is right is wrong here? No. He goes here, he finds question number 9. He stays here, he circles around the right. Or the circle for false for question number 10. So there's a very important note that everyone should pay attention to. You have multiple choice questions up to question number 8. So when did the true or false question start? At number 9. Therefore, you must make sure that the next question, which is true or false, is labeled as number 9. And the one after that should be number 10. Don't create new questions. No. And this is 11, and this is 12. So how many questions do you have? 10 questions, which means your entire exam has 18 questions. Yes, all 18 questions. Oh, and 14 is an important note. Very important. 14, 15. I didn't want to change it in front of you so that no one gets confused. 16, 17, and then 18. 17 years old and then 18, indeed. Because I have 10 questions, what kind of questions, true or false? So if you really look at the paper like this, you'll find that starting from number 9 up to 18, they are all true or false. A circle for true and a circle for false. The student comes to read the question. They read question number 9, which is the first question in true or false. Of course, this is a paper that's specific to me. This is the model answer sheet. The student reads the question. Whether it's in Arabic or English, it doesn't matter. If this is a paper printed for them, they read the question. And if it's correct, then the question paper is fine. When they come to answer, they see it's correct, so they grab the pen for question number 9 and mark it. They shade the circle for the correct answer. For example, if we open the paint program, let's open the paint program, and I'll show you so that the students pay attention and avoid any mistakes in grading. A student like this, if they open the paper, the paper is in front of the student. So what does the student do? Of course, they write their name. It's normal to write on the paper with a pen. He writes his name Awad with a pen. Sami. That's normal. Okay, Safan? The important thing is so it doesn't get complicated for you and after they write their name, even if their handwriting is not readable. The thing is the pieces are normal. For example, it is the G in the question or the number 9. The answer is correct. He has the pen with him. So you tell him that there must be only one circle in the shade and that the shading must be complete for the circle, meaning that no one can do this to me and be silent or do this to me and I will do this to him. No. No. The shading must be complete for the circle, meaning that the circle is not completely integrated, meaning that most of it should be brown, so that I did not give you a small dot like this. And that's it. No. Meaning that the shading should be good like this. No one should give me a dot like this, but this way. A little dot this or a line that no. The questions, which are like question number 8, have 3 answers. A, B, and C. Okay, if we go, question number 8 remains like this. Yes, he reads the question and has a notebook manager, no stints, and no graphics designer. And the correct answer is answer no, B. So the student goes to question number 8 and shades circle B. And we said, of course, he should try as much as possible to make most of the circle shaded well. He shouldn't just put a dot or a line or mark it with a check. He should try as much as he can. Now, doctor, should I use a pencil? No, a pen is fine, no problem. Whether it's a pencil or a pen, both work as long as you shade it well. Of course, I mean, my pen line should be a bit thicker, so it helps me. I mean, when I do this, it helps me with better shading. Because like this, it tells you what the kid's pen, right? This is something to remind them of before the student starts. And of course, the student who will be practicing with you later will be standing in front of the students. This is something to remind him of before the student starts. And of course, the student who will practice with you later will be standing in front of the students. Okay, so when you come to take the test, it's not required from you. He said, don't put the test. Here it is. You put the test, and that's very easy. And you make a paper, Zipgrade. You make this paper on Zipgrade. So how do I do it, Dr. Sami? I mean, this paper takes me about 2 minutes to do it on Zipgrade. I mean, I'm going to create a test. And you correct, doctor, if you have 100 papers, it takes 5 minutes. Show me how this paper is made, doctor. Quickly, consider it non-existent. I want to make this paper based on the test I created. I made 8 multiple choice questions and 10 questions with their answers. You can make matching questions. I'll show you how to do matching questions. And if I want to do it on Zipgrade and quickly upgrade it so I can start distributing it to the students, no problem. I'm going to log out of the free account. I'm going to log out of the free account and log into the account that I've subscribed to for a year. Let me log in with this other account. I'm going to add papers and tests and everything. So of course, this makes it easier for me at work. All of this costs $7, which is not a big amount. Okay, it's worth it for 6 months ahead, no issue. You can create matching questions. I'll show you how to do matching questions quickly so I can start distributing them to the students. No problem. I'm going to log out of the free account. Excuse me, I'm going to log out of the free account and log into the account that I've subscribed to for a year. I'm logging in with the other account now. I'm going to add papers, tests, and everything. So this makes it easier for me at work. All of this costs $7, which isn't a big amount. I mean, I'm telling you, it's worth it for 6 months ahead. No problem at all. All right, I go to create a question paper. I head straight to the answer sheet. Quickly, I go to answer sheet, and we'll learn all the tabs together. I won't leave you until you become a pro. I won't leave you until you become a pro. You know, paper and electronic and all that stuff. When I access Answer Sheet, it provides me with questions designed to test my knowledge. This platform is a useful tool for anyone looking to challenge themselves or prepare for exams, offering a variety of questions across different subjects. 50 question test. Here is the paper ready. And if you have 100 questions, no, I don't want that. I want to create it my way. So I scroll down, and I choose the word custom. I like to create a test my way, so I go to custom, click on it, and then I create an answer sheet based on the questions I've set. If I change the questions, I need to update the new answer sheet. So I tell it new answer sheet, meaning I'm going to create a new answer sheet. A new answer sheet. And name it. Be careful. The name you are going to name it here will appear on the sheet. The name that appears here will appear on the sheet like this. It appears here like this. I named my paper Graphic Communication Skills. This is a subject I have. This is in the Naki. I heard it in English. I heard it in Arabic. There's no problem, right? I mean, I might have heard it in Arabic. It's about skills. About graphic communication. It doesn't have to be in English, right? All right, I'll say next. This is the name of the test that will appear on the paper. It won't be anything that he knows.